Hello. Yeah, so just wanted to talk about real quick what my theory is about the Mandela effect. Like what it is, or not what it is, but why it might be happening and how. So after my orb video and stuff, I came across like an advertisement on Facebook or somewhere about Gaia. They make like documentaries and things like that. They have a Facebook group and on Instagram and everything. And they have this series out right now, 2 seasons. It's called Initiation. And there's this narrator who talks about like he has memory from his previous lives, and he lived in Atlantis and even other star systems and stuff. And so he talks about like he knows everything about the universe, the past, and why and how everything became to be. I don't want to give it away. I think you guys should watch it if you're interested in these type of topics. But really seeing all of that, so I'm on season 2 episode 8, so I don't know how many more episodes are after that, a few more I guess, but I've seen most of it that's out right now, and that really had me thinking with seeing these orbs back there and stuff or whatever, like the beings or whatever that were coming in, that all kind of goes hand in hand with what he's explaining in Initiation. By the way, you can start a free trial with Amazon Prime. That's where is one place you can watch it. It's $7.99 or something. After that, a month, I believe. But right now you get like 1 week free trial. That's what I signed up for. That's how I'm watching them. Now come up here. Come. He's just looking at me. And so yeah, so give it a try. But anyway, so after watching that and those orbs and what Elizabeth April is saying, and then I came across this website before all of these videos and stuff I made. It's called newgoldenage.info. And there I read some really interesting theories, and I might have mentioned it once already, what the theories were. So they observed that so many of the changes are really positive, and they actually, if you think about it, like with the continents all coming together now, right, almost going back into one piece like it used to be, it seems like that's kind of almost what's happening over the long run, that it eliminates so much salt water, right, like in between our continents, and it creates more sweet water, which helps grow more crops and have people have more water. And I don't know if you guys also remember that there was like a huge forest in Africa. Right now there is. It's a big forest. I thought Africa was mostly dry. But supposedly that's part of the lungs of the earth on top of the Amazon. I don't know, I thought that was kind of new to me, but again, there's so many things, it's so hard to keep track. But anyway, so that was one of the theories, right? Since there's so much more water and so much more land to grow food, there's no more reason for really wars to start. I mean, right now, that's the part of our history, but they think in the long run, they'll eliminate that. Another reason why they thought that was what's it called? 9/11. And I had mentioned that too in one of the videos, right? Like now when you look at 9/11, there's a huge hurricane coming, approaching New York. It's actually almost up to New York, really close. But for some reason, instead of keep hitting New York, it goes literally it goes like this, and then all of a sudden like that, almost like a 90-degree angle up. And so my theory, and I think they mentioned that too, and I believe that's probably what's going to happen, is we'll keep going with this Mandela effect changes, but one day the change will be that the hurricane will actually hit New York and the planes never hit. When the planes never hit, there will never be a 9/11. And now, after watching Initiation, and with that theory in mind, I think we might find ourselves. So I think what it is they want us to descend to 5D, right? Like Elizabeth is also saying, and they say that in Initiation as well. So they want to raise the level of consciousness on Earth. Earth is like the pearl planet to all of these other species and star systems out there and stuff. Like, it's very special because we carry the history of all of the different lives and stuff out there in the star systems, galaxies, universes, inside of our DNA. They planted that in our DNA. And they also put all of the knowledge into our water on Earth, which used to be in the ice and in the water. And they call the water the blood, because Earth itself is a being, is alive. And so it's really important for them to keep this planet alive. And somebody mentioned that also as a comment, and I heard that theory before as well, that CERN, when they did in 2012 their experiments, right, and Stephen Hawking was warning against it too. He said this could literally eliminate the universe or Earth or whatever, destroy Earth. And maybe that's really what happened. And since time isn't real or anything, right? Like, time doesn't really exist. It's like a concept that we experience. I mean, even though time, it's so hard to explain it all, but they do a really good job in that show. So, but on the fourth dimension is time, right? But in the long run, when you really go down back to everything, it's just time really doesn't exist. Anyways, if you watch that, you'll get the whole story about it all, how it functions and works and why and how. But anyways, so when they noticed that we did destroy the pearl, right? That's my theory, is that they started coming, the Pleiadians and all of them, right? All the other beings out there. And they knew they had to interfere. They cannot let us just do our thing. And they interfered many times throughout the ages. But basically, I guess they took away our freedom in a way to do what we want, and kind of made sure and ensure that we are bringing stability back to Earth. We cannot let the CERN thing happen. Maybe it's going to reverse. CERN might not even exist one day anymore, just so we don't do that same mistake. And with that, in order to also bring the consciousness back into us, and they have to reverse all the wars and everything. So eventually, I think my theory is, and maybe New Golden Age was going all the way into that too, probably. So it's totally aligned with that, is that World War I, World War II, all of those will be eliminated. Who knows how far back even. And then I believe the Earth will get its consciousness back. And I mean, it does have consciousness, but I feel like it's probably sick, right? Because we're destroying Earth right now. And we are the beings on it that's supposed to vibrate on a higher level, but we don't. And so I feel like it's as if the Earth has a virus and is sick right now, and they're healing it with the Mandela Effect, by changing everything, changing our timelines. So I really don't think we're switching timelines. I don't think we are going into parallel universes. I don't think the Nazis have anything to do with it. Was one of my theories, and someone else had actually had that theory too. I just found out. I don't think even that it is a computer program now, which I thought before. So I really think it's the same timeline, same Earth, same universe, everything, but the higher beings are changing the timeline to make it a healthy planet. Another thing they mentioned in initiation is that it doesn't matter if we die. So we're going to be reincarnated, right? So we'll be back on Earth or another planet or even universe. Like we're indestructible basically, right? Because we're just the universe experiencing itself. But it wants to experience every little detail of everything, and therefore we'll keep coming back until we fulfill that mission. So that's why it's okay for them. I think that's just thinking. It's okay for the higher ups to reverse everything so drastically and make these changes, even at the cost of people losing their family members or have never even been born, right? Like, or dying, some people dying, some people being alive, because they're just seeing the overall picture. The important picture is to raise the consciousness. They really want, I think they also wanted us to be part of the Confederate Federation, I think it's called. Sorry if I'm messing that up. But the way things have been going, we weren't allowed in it, right? They say we're way too emotional and they can't allow that to happen. So we'll probably bring a lot of disorder into the higher up other levels. So that's why we have to first be in harmony with the planet and have higher consciousness and be able to transcend to 5D level and stuff. And so once we achieve that, then maybe we can become part of that. And that's what I think is going to happen. I don't know if in this body and form and whatever I will be able to experience it. I kind of would like to. It would be awesome because I mean, things seem to be going really fast lately. I mean, that the continents like Germany, all of those being pushed together, I feel like, and they mentioned it in that show too, by 2024, and Elizabeth mentions 2024 too. I feel like that's like kind of like some significant year. Maybe by then, a lot of that will already have happened. So I'm actually kind of excited if that's really what the Mandela effect is. It's a good thing, right? Like I think we're going to be healthier. I think we're going to live longer. Maybe we'll live 500 years. There will be just peacefulness, you know. I don't really want to say peace because they explain it so good. Like there's so much info in that show. But you can't really have peace if there's no war. You know what I mean? Like, so, but if we eliminate war, theoretically we'd have peace, but instead of calling it peace, it's just harmony. We'll just be in harmony with each other and with the planet. And if that's the case, if that's the way we're going, I really would like to be alive in this form in this lifetime and experience all of that, because that is just super exciting. I've always felt that I don't belong here. Like this is not my place. I always was like, I think we're in hell already. We probably died and this is hell. Because I couldn't understand, that's why I don't believe in God. Because I was like, no father, mother, whatever God is, like creator of their children, would purposely hurt them this much with all this famine and war and murder. And it's like, something is wrong here. That just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit this right. That's why I thought we are being punished, or maybe even in jail, like in some other dimension. we were bad or whatever, and as a punishment we're sent here. I could kind of see that. So I was always trying to find a reason why everything is just so ugh. But then on the other hand, it's so beautiful too, right? Butterflies, rain, smell, taste, love. So I was like, it just doesn't fit. It's not right. And I just don't belong here. Never even with my family. I always felt like I don't even belong to my family, if that makes sense. So, and I always had that feeling to make the world a better place. I always wanted to make the world a better place. And I had a best friend back in the day, my childhood friend. And she one time even said to me, she's like, you just want to make the world a better place. Just stop it. Like, it's not, you're just one person. You are not going to change the world. And throughout the years, as I got older, I keep hearing that. And I'm like, Martin Luther King was just one person, There's so many times Gandhi and Mother Teresa. I mean, there's just been one person who has created a lot of change and changed many people's minds. And Elizabeth has 85,000 followers or more. Obviously, people are interested in opening up and raising our consciousness. And I'm sure now even you have like Greta Thunberg, the environmental activist, the 16-year-old. You have those type of people. She's probably a star child or whatever they're called as well, helping to raise the consciousness of the level of Earth, consciousness level of Earth. So yeah, I don't know. So that's why I am hoping this is it. It's the making the world a better place. That's my theory. Well, my hopeful theory. Like, I'm hoping that's what it is. That'd be amazing. And then I'm really happy and excited that I am one of the people that can recognize this. And even though I talk to my family and be like, yeah, we used to not be able to turn to 100 years old, but I'm just going to be happy that we are. Yeah, so fingers crossed, hopefully that's what it is. So what I want to do too is I want to try to channel. And again, like, I never really practiced this or anything, so not sure how successful I will be, but I want to channel and ask the question what the Mandela Effect is. And then I also want to channel another time and ask what these orbs are. Again, I do not know if I even be successful channeling. I don't know if I get any answers or not. And again, it's also always interpretation. I think, like, what Elizabeth does, she actually talks them directly. Like, that didn't happen to me yet, I don't think. So for me, it was just like seeing things that I interpreted away, right? So then that could be the wrong message because I'm just interpreting it. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'll try it out, and maybe I'll get an answer. That'd be really cool. Yeah, so I try to attach, so I was working on my laptop with the other videos, and I still have to upload that other orb, the smaller orb video analysis that I did, which is not as deep as this other one where you can see everything happening behind me here. But I will try to attach the Union Jack flag to it with the program I'm using. And for some reason it didn't work. And my computer is also so slow. So what I will do, since this is on my phone now, I will attach the Union Jack flag with another app at the end of this. And then I also found another Mandela Effect residue just by accident. It's really cool. So in initiation, they talk about it. Our foods out here, they have a certain energy resonance that actually look like parts of our body, And if you eat those, that's what your body actually needs, that energy for those body types, what they look like. Example is the walnut, right? Like, so the walnut looks like the brain, so it's good for the brain. So after I saw that, I Googled it, and there's like a sheet of what each food is good for, and there's ovaries. I think it's some fruit is good for ovaries, and so you see the uterus 2 times the way. I don't know what the correct way is in this currently, I don't know, but like, one time it depicts the ovaries and the, what do you call it, the tubes, the ovarian tubes being up, right, and then the ovaries being here, and then right below it is the same image basically, but there the ovaries are, can't do it, like going downward, the ovarian tubes and the ovaries. So I accidentally captured that, I came across that Mandela effect. So, which is really weird too, right? Like now, even on the same image, we are seeing that, which maybe it is that they are just so busy making so many changes that they are just missing certain things, or even saying now whatever, it doesn't really matter that much anymore, as long as we get our mission done. Because also the Mickey Mouse one that I posted, I thought that was really awkward too, because that was 3 Mandela effects in one, right? It was one time Mickey Mouse with no buttons on the back, then it was Mickey Mouse with the white buttons on the back, and then it was Mickey Mouse with yellow buttons on the back. So 3 in 1. So either the system is starting to break and it's something else and it's not that, and things are getting worse. Because that's really strange, because sometimes it was, for the European map, it's still really hard for me to find residue, but on those things, it was super easy. You didn't even have to do it. I just Googled it once, and all of these, the same for the farmer and the wife. Just very strange, because before it was super hard to go and locate, find a residue, and now I have 3 in 1, very strange, I thought. The same with the ovarian on the same picture, now you have it. So yeah, I add that also, the Union Jack, and then that one at the end of this video. Okay, yeah, so that's it for now. I'll upload that other video of like that orb as well. And then the next time I post is probably after I channeled. So I'm gonna try to record the channeling too. If I don't get anything while I record it, I will try to do it without recording. So I don't know if that could interfere with it. And yeah, and then of course I have so many other things that I experienced throughout my life that I still want to talk about, but I'm gonna go back to work starting tomorrow as well. So going to be a lot busier again. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing okay, and talk soon. Okay, this is just a quick edit. So yeah, I'm in the Mandela Effect group now. They accepted me. And so somebody had mentioned in there that sorry, brain froze up, how they remember the European map, and it's completely different from any of my memory. So now I'm wondering, what does that mean? Like, if it were not different timelines really, and they're like my theory that I had, that the higher beings are doing all of this, then why do other people see different things, right? Like they see the world not totally different from, or they did see the world not totally different than us. Now, I have no idea how that would fit into that theory. Only way I could maybe think is that we all create our own reality in a way. like what we see is kind of like what we want to see, if that makes any sense. Or maybe the world looks different on different frequencies. Maybe that would be interesting. Maybe everybody's frequency is different, right? Or not literally totally different, but maybe I'm on hertz, I don't know, 500. And while I'm on 500, I can see the world looking like this. If I were on 430, I would see it this way. And maybe because we're all trying to reach 5D now, I'm just thinking out loud as I'm, thinking out loud literally. It's like I'm literally thinking about this for the first time. So what if, depending on what frequency we are on, we see the world in a certain way? Then, because of going to 5D and the higher ups are prepping everything 5D, we all have to get onto the same frequency to be able to ascend to 5D. And maybe now that they're bringing us all onto the same frequency, now for the first time, we all see the same thing. But since we come from different frequencies, we are used to different things. I don't know. I'm not a physicist or scientist in that matter, so maybe that is physically not possible. I'm just thinking out loud. But anyways, just wanted to bring that up because that kind of changes my theory of what I was mentioning before, I think.